Oh my word. That was some exhilarating cricket that we saw. South Africa came real close to chasing that target until India struck at the very last moment. It was Prasidh Krishna who bowled Corbin Bosch and ended South Africa's hopes of chasing that target. But of course, while we talk about the game, tonight is all about Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli because Rohit Sharma started off with a bang with a 57-run innings. And then, of course, how can we all forget? Virat Kohli, 135 runs, his 83rd century. And Shomik, when you look back on the entire game, of course, these two innings stand out because everyone waits for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli to take the field. Even after years, the kind of brand that the two have been able to build, the kind of fan culture, the kind of cult that these two have been able to build, it's unparalleled.
See, Gargi, these two are the last of the Mohicans. I mean, over the years, we had some huge stars. In the 70s, Sunil Gavaskar, then Sachin Tendulkar, and then MS Dhoni. I'm talking about the crowd pullers, Kapil Dev in the 1980s. Uh, these are the last of the Mohicans. Um, yeah, the youngsters, some of them has massive fan following, but they cannot match. I mean, they need to build their legacy first. They need to do something to go to that level to create that cult. So these youngsters need time. I don't know whether, I mean, it is, but for the moment, these two are the last of that. I mean, these two are the last of the Mohicans. But the fact of the matter is that they are time and again they have been proving that cricket is a skill based sport and age is just a number. Age is just a number, absolutely. I mean, you cannot dump a player under the pretext that he is on the wrong side of 30. Uh, just forget about Virat Kohli's for a moment. Forget about Virat Kohli's 135. He was India's best fielder, the India's best outfielder today. The way he saved boundaries, the way he operated in the deep, the way he operated inside the circle. He was India's best fielder today. So it is about the fitness. Rohit and Virat still have uh, a lot of desire. They want to play T20 ODI cricket, and just the sheer brilliance of their batting. Not only I'm talking particularly about Kohli, we'll discuss it during our show. But Kohli's innings was also a tactical masterclass. We'll explain it to our viewers going ahead.
Debashish, South Africa almost took that game away. Credit goes to South Africa as well for taking the game this deep. Obviously, Shomik was of the opinion that 349 runs were not enough, but at the same time, this was a very good effort put up by South Africa as well.
But let's also face the fact that it gave us a lot of views. We saw during every interval, every hour, there were groundsmen walking. So it was always going to be a challenge for the bowlers to bowl in this condition. Yes, South Africa might have pulled it off, but I think India scored a little too much. 349 was always going to be difficult. But credit to South Africa for making it ending up just 17 runs, falling short by just 17 runs. But yes, had it not been that innings by Virat Kohli, that 135, and KL Rahul, to some extent to Rohit Sharma, then things would have been difficult. Yes, and it only highlights the absence of a premier bowler. Clearly, the likes of Prasidh Krishna or Harshit Rana, you cannot just rely on them. I mean, yes, had it been 320, then this match could. You know what I'm indicating. South Africa would very much win this match.
Shomik, first of all, Soumyadeep, have you not been listening to us? Anyone who's been actually listening to our coverage will not say this. Anyway, moving on. Okay.
Just to
Yeah.
the viewer who has posted this, who has posted this during our show. Please read our copy that we put out in the morning about Gautam Gambhir and Ajit Agarkar and the BCCI. You will get to know whether we are doing PR for Gautam Gambhir or whether we are doing PR for anyone or not. We will always call a spade a spade.
Absolutely, we will. HNK3123 is saying Dew almost erases 50 runs in East India. Shomik, Dew played a huge factor today. Please talk us
I
through that.
told you, I told you during pre-match show, right? That during this time of the year, the dew factor is going to play a massive role. And I also said that to win this match, India will have to score anything north of 325, anything less than 325. It would be nigh on impossible to defend the total with the bowling lineup, especially the same bowling lineup India have in this series. And yet, even after scoring 350, India probably would have lost the game. South Africa would have won the game if Marco Jensen wouldn't have gotten out to that Kuldev Yadav half tracker. The ball came with hit me written on it. He could have played it anywhere into the stands, but somehow he got a Q end of the bat, and he was bowled out at the deep. It happens in cricket. It happens. I'm not criticizing him. It happens in cricket, but without that, and it was a stroke of luck. Without that, South Africa, without Marco Jensen getting out to that long hop, South Africa would have pulled this one off.
All right. Again, lots of questions about Dew. Freaking Awesome is saying Dew makes a massive. Oh, oops. Dew makes a massive difference. First 20 overs game was very different. Bowlers took wickets. Economical once the Dew sets in, the games turns almost 180-degree. Yes, it does. Devashish, a lot of people talking here about Marco Janssen and Corbin Bosch and how their partnership really affected the game and could have taken it away very well. When you really look at the South African batting lineup, even during the Test series, we kept saying that this is a team that bats till 11. This is a team that bats very, very deep. Even a number 10 partnership has the potential to take the game away from you. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. So someone like a Corbin Boss or a Marco Jensen in that batting order, and that itself is shown that South Africa has the power as far as batting is concerned. It's that let us also just we must also highlight the fact that I think India missed the plan B. It was evident during the Test series as well, during the Test series as well as in the first ODI as well. When the opposition are on top, there is hardly any move so as to unsettle the opponent. It can be out of the box thinking, but that was not what it was. Means obviously, KL Rahul was under a bit of was under a lot of tension towards the end, and we saw a few misbuilding as well. But I think um, in, in, obviously, India clearly missed an all-rounder in the mold of Hardik Pandya and also a frontline bowler, a premier bowler in the likes of Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj. Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj, on any given day, they keep the pressure. And today, somehow or other, due to the due, maybe the Arshdeep Singh, he always delivers during the date overs. But today was one of the day where I think you played a major part in. I did mention in the pre-match slide that the fast bowlers particularly, spinners okay, but fast bowlers particularly will find it very difficult to bowl in the date, and that is what happened. Clearly, South Africa took the advantage of the due, and they almost took the match away from India. But thanks that at least India will go to Raipur with a 1-0 ahead, 1-0 lead.
To that, Anush Mita is asking, do you think India with 9 wickets down would have been able to chase this run target? Shomik?
No, no, no. I mean, we don't bat deep. I mean, after Harshit Rana, they are trying to develop him as an all-rounder. But after that, we don't bat. I mean, our number 11 is Prashit Krishna. So, I mean, things need to be put into in perspective. Our number 11 is Prashit Krishna. So he's the, I think, um, as a batsman, he's just a waste of time, if not also as a bowler. The way he licked runs today, I mean, the last wicket, I'm not reading anything into that. Corbin Bosch had to go after him in the final over because he was playing with the last. He was playing with the number 11. So I'm not reading into that. But the way he was treated with contempt, and therein lies the question that this selection committee continues to back wrong players. I won't call them they are partial, but they continue to back wrong players. Uh, Akash Dev should have been in this ODI squad instead of Prashit Krishna. Simple. Akash Dev should have been. Akash Dev is a better bowler. So Akash Dev is a better bowler than Prashit Krishna. And we have seen in the past how Prashit Krishna time and again has let India down. So they are not picking the right players. And Devashish rightly spoke about the plan B. Yes, uh, I mean, there was a mitigating factor in this game. India absolutely didn't have a plan B in the second test in Guwahati. This time, even if they had a plan B, they didn't have the personnel to implement that. How would you implement a plan B with this set of fast bowlers? And yes, you can say that out of the box thinking, like someone like Yashasvi Jaiswal, a couple of overs of leg spin might have unsettled. That could have been tried, but South Africa were scoring, even though they were losing wickets, they're scoring at a fair clip. Maybe that made KL Rahul, the stand-in captain, a bit iffy about using part-time options, but Devashish had a point. Devashish had a point. In Guwahati, obviously we lacked a plan B. India lacked a plan B. Here, even if they had a plan B, they didn't have the personnel to implement it.
Samita, if you may allow me, Kuldeep took those two wickets in a single over, that of Bridske and Marco Jansen, both batting on 70s. Despite that, 228 for 7. That match would have been ended then and there itself. That they failed.
Exactly.
They let
Exactly.
South Africa go past 300. That is clearly unacceptable. 228 for 7. You had two set batters who scored 70 odd, almost took the game away from India, getting them in one particular over of Kuldeep Yadav. India
Exactly.
right back in the match, but they let the match slip away, and South Africa allows South Africa to go past the 300 mark. So clearly unacceptable, and I think it's high time that the selectors find someone who we can rely on in going ahead for the 2027 World Cup. Because clearly, Prasid Krishna is clearly is a misfit. He is a misfit in this bowling attack. Even I might
Absolutely.
also
He
have
is
to agree
not
with
fit to
Sunita.
he
He's a
is not
misfit.
fit to. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with you, Devashish. Prashith Krishna is not fit to play for India. Simple as that. And you very rightly and very timely pointed about the selection thing. On Wednesday in Raipur, the BCCI is meeting. There is a BCCI meeting where we have reported in the morning. Now, other publications have done the follow up. We didn't mention. I didn't have the exact date when I wrote the copy, but I said during this series it would happen on Wednesday in Raipur. The taking stock meeting. There are certain issues. The main thing that we mentioned, the communication, clear communication between the selection committee and team management and Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. That is the BCCI. I am telling you is not happy with that. They feel that there is a lack of clear communication with the two grades. There is a lack of clear communication about their future. Whether it is a match day, whether both Rohit and Kohli would be present also, I don't know. But the BCCI top brass would be present along with along with Gautam Gambhir, the head coach, and chief selector Ajit Agarkar. And as we have written, that as regards Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, whether they would be playing the 2027 World Cup, the chairman of selectors and the head coach might not have the last word. BCCI might, it is very likely that BCCI will hear from the two players about their future plans, how they go about, because there will be gaps after the New Zealand series. There is no ODIs until summer. How they will keep themselves fit, match fit, stuff like that. Rohit is inclined to play domestic cricket. That's what I'm told. He might turn up for Bombay in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. Virat, I don't know. There is no clarity as yet. Those are the things that BCCI would hear from the two greats, and accordingly, and BCCI trust their judgment. BCCI absolutely trust their judgment about the preparations, how to prepare for an international assignment. At the end of the day, the two have around 600 ODI matches between them, right? They have collectively, the two combined, have nearly 600 ODI matches between them. So they know how to prepare. People spoke about they were going Australia undercooked, but what happened? Rohit returned as the player of the series. Now here also, after the 1 month gap, I think Virat Kohli would walk away with the man of the match award, and Rohit Sharma scored an excellent half century. So they know how to prepare, and they are the best judge. That thing the BCCI will hear. It is not about imposing anything. BCCI usually doesn't interfere in cricket matters, but it is about two special players, and it is also a policy matter. And one final thing, that the BCCI, according to me, a section of the BCCI believes that in the transition in test was not handled. I mean, could have been better managed, and the way the youngsters, given the involvement of Rohit and Kohli in this team, not only about them scoring runs, their involvement, the youngsters walking up to them, seeking advice, everything, their presence might be needed going for India also going into the next World Cup.
And Devashish, the points that Shomit mentioned at the end, with the young captain, you have a Shubman Gill who's just, taken the reins over of the team from Rohit Sharma. You need a guiding light in that dressing room because, uh, there has been a lot of backlash. Not that, it does get under a young person's skin. It does get under, or rather, has the potential to get under someone like a Shubman Gill's skin. But at this point, it's very important to do the transition well, as Shomik said, because you have a very, very young team, you have a young captain. And what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, absolutely, and it was evident today in the match as well. Time and again, I have shared a few pictures as well with Virat Kohli having a discussion with Harshit Rana when when a couple of boundaries was hit against him. Rohit Sharma also we saw setting field when he was fielding in the switch. So clearly that the senior players. I'm talking about these two senior players. They are a lot involved, and that is what the team management needs to. They need to utilize these two players. Because when you have someone like a Virat Kohli and a Rohit Sharma in the dressing room, how on earth can you not utilize them? Utilize their brains. Means the amount of experience they bring into the table and in that dressing room, that will only help the Indian team go forward. So I think obviously even with Shubman Gill coming back when he is fit, I think it would be absolutely fair on part of Shubman Gill to utilize the likes of Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma going forward to that. Means I don't know whether they will go on to play the 2027 World Cup, but whatever the matches are, their presence itself is a learning experience for the youngsters. Means when the chips are down or when the opponent batters are over the top, that is when you need the calming experience of a senior player. Means who has gone under pressure situation, who has taken the team in winning positions. So that is what matters with this team, which was unlike, as Shomika rightly said, absolutely fairly pointed out that the transition in test play was it, I would say, a bit hurriedly taken. Rather, means I won't get into what it led Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma to retire, but definitely the transition could in test matches could have been lot better. T20 cricket, we are absolutely fine. We have three. We could easily make three teams easily any day. One day cricket, yes, I think Virat and Rohit there. I think India, if they can utilize these two players, I think whoever the captain, he will settle down into just like Virat Kohli settled down as one of the best captains under Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So this is how transition normally happens. So which is unlikely as far as the Test cricket is concerned.
And also,
Shobit,
Gargi, I'm just interrupting you for a moment. Devashish, you would remember, even after the baton passed, the ODI captaincy passed from Dhoni to Virat, how Virat would have kept, because he would be fielding in the deep, and in those slog overs, he would have given the rein back to, I mean, unofficially to MS. He would set the field, he would talk to the bowler, he would be doing that. That's how a transition is managed. It's not about like a drop of a hat. You move from one set of players, and we are talking about the legends here. We are talking about a couple of all-time ODI greats here. So from that point of view, from that point of view, I think BCCI will this meeting is was important, and now that it's happening, it will give Indian cricket a clear roadmap going ahead.
Shomik, there was this, and Devashish as well, you can come in on this. There was this one question that I wanted to ask you, since you've touched upon the topic of handling this transition well. Do you think it also will affect, how global cricket perceives Indian cricket at this point, how the management is run? Because you don't want to let go of these two legends on the wrong foot, or on, you don't want to burn bridges, is what I want to say. Because I don't think Sydney left a good mark on world cricket. I've spoken to off the record conversations with multiple international journalists, English, Australian, South African, and they did not take it well.
Devashish first, and then I'll chip in.
Yeah, absolutely. You need means obviously see the popularity of these two players, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. I think they are the biggest ambassadors of the game as far as 50 overs. Now that they have retired from Test cricket and T20 cricket, I think for 50 overs to make it popularized, you need these two players to be around. And that is how you obviously see test matches. We saw the turnout. We saw the turnout in Guwahati. After 2 days, it was literally empty. The remaining 3 days of the test match was literally empty. Hardly 1,000, 2,000 people turned up. So I think, and just look at the atmosphere, the craziness today, the electrifying atmosphere today at JSCA Stadium here, just to see these two great players, and that is what you want, and world cricket as well. For the 50 overs cricket, means you need someone, you need a star. That is how you sustain the popularity of the game. And I think no better than Virat Kohli and the Rohit Sharma to popularize 50 overs alongside the likes of Test cricket and T20 cricket. Gargi.
Gargi, my two pence about this is that BCCI would never disrespect this to bona fide legends. I mean, BCCI have always been respectful. Only a few days back, during the T20 World Cup schedule lunch, you saw Mr. Jaisha, with the former BCCI secretary, the current ICC chair, was sitting next to Rohit Sharma, and Rohit was named the global ambassador, right, of the T20 World Cup. And the way Mr. Shah was speaking to Rohit, it was clear that the respect was evident. So there, and when I spoke to Mr. Dev and I and Devashish at Guwahati, when we spoke to Devajit Saikia, the current BCCI secretary, and Devashish would attest that he repeatedly spoke about how I mean, there is a void in the Test team after the departure of Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and R. Ashwin. So BCCI, and they have. We are talking about the legendary cricketers, so, the great servants of Indian cricket. BCCI would always acknowledge that. And at the end of the day, if someone is under the illusion that a certain individual or the chip selector or the head coach, whoever it is all powerful in terms of making those calls, he or she is absolutely wrong. At the end of the day, this is the board of control for cricket in India, and the board of control for cricket in India will do everything for the well-being of Indian cricket.
Absolutely. So, last 5 minutes on the show, let's take some comments here. Uh, Anit Sadhu is saying same logic for fandom as well. Grow up, question them, and judge them on performance rather than fandom and sustainability of ODI format. Um, I don't think, again, it comes down to I don't think that they've kept their place in the team because of their fandom. They've always warranted a place in the team. They've always been in the team because of their merit. If you look at the last ODI series that they played before Australia, before that huge gap happened, it was the Champions Trophy that the Indian team won, and two of the main run scorers were Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So I don't know where the question came up about how do these two make it into the team, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. um Shin Chan is saying what South Africa today did was a real fight. This type of performance for ninth wicket partnership was awesome. Well, that's just South Africa for you. They bat pretty deep. How could True Wicket is saying how could India lose after Kohli set up the game? This was Kohli's day. Okay. Tan Tanmo. Oh, I'm going to butcher this, so I'm just not going to say it. Honestly, South Africa played better cricket than India. Only difference is Kuldeep. Africa has proper batters up to nine. Wow, 2027 will be South Africa's World Cup. MOM should be Kuldeep, not Virat. Your thoughts, Shomik? I think we should be able to know who's the man of the
I think
match.
it's Virat. I think it's Virat. Because without Virat's knock, India are not getting to 350. And without India getting to 350, they were not winning the game. Yes, Kuldeep. I always rate Kuldeep very highly. Everyone rates Kuldeep very highly. And it's he is a fantastic player in his own right. He doesn't need our certificate. And I always feel that Kuldeep is the second most important bowler in the Indian team after Jasprit Bumrah across formats. So from that point of view, Kuldeep coming up with the 3 wickets, although I would say he was a bit lucky today. He was a bit lucky today. He had no business taking that Johnson wicket off a long hop, but that's cricket for you. It happens in cricket. At the end of the day, he has 3 wickets in the wickets column. He was the only bowler you can speak of apart from Harshit Rana's first spell, wherein he got 2 wickets. But at the end of the day, India not winning this game without posting 350, and Virat Kohli led the Virat Kohli, supported by Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, laid the foundation of that total, of that match winning total. So, and also the way Virat fielded, Virat absolutely deserves. If he has been given the man of the match award, he absolutely deserves it.
Okay, and let's take this final super chat. Proshanjit is saying, Kotak Bhai Sahab, kya kar rahe hai? Jaiswal is getting out the same way. Devashish?
I wonder what is the discussion around since he spends so much time with Yashasvi Jaiswal after every next session. After every next practice session, Yashasvi Jaiswal has invariably he has at least 15 to 20 minutes. I think that time is reserved for a chat between Yashasvi Jaiswal and Sitanshu Kutar. Wonder what exactly is the chat around? Because the way of dismissal time and time again outside the off stump, be it a edge or be it smashing, be it uppercutting, be it test match, be across formats, it has been it's similar. So I think the batting coach needs to think about it and sit down with Yashasvi. I'm not saying that he hasn't, or he rather he hasn't discussed, but actually it is not reflected the manner in which his Yashasvi is getting out, because he's too good a batsman, he's too good a batsman not to make it count. Today also he was brilliant to start with Rohit Sharma, but all of a sudden he threw away his wicket. So I think Yashasvi Jaiswal needs to sit down with Sitanshu Kotak and Gautam Gambhir and sort this problem out. See, this is a very very important series for Yashasvi. First of all, when Shubman Gill is back, he is going to take away the opener slot. So ideally, for Yashasvi Jaiswal to keep the selectors interested, he needs to score big. He needs to score runs. Getting out in this manner doesn't help his purpose, and I think there is huge competition. Rituraj Gaikwad, unfortunately, he got out today with a brilliant one-handed catch by Dewald Brevis in the straight. But I think there is a lot of competition. So time is running out. I would say Yashasvi Jaiswal, at least for 50 overs format, this is a great opportunity. These three matches, and he has already squandered one opportunity. So remaining two matches, it goes to be seen whether he makes it count.
Absolutely.
Gargi, I'll take a minute only. The thing is that I mentioned this during our mid innings show that I bumped into a. I mean, I heard Chiteshwar Pujara speaking about this, that appearing on a show for the host broadcaster Chiteshwar Pujara mentioned that Jasasri Jaiswal has developed a glitch, a technical glitch, a technical thing around his off stump. It can happen to anybody. It can happen even to the greats. Even after playing 100 matches, it can happen. So sometimes, small things keep surfacing as you play the game. So, and Cheteshwar Pujara brilliantly illustrated or highlighted the way what is troubling him. Now, Jasasi Jaiswal is a test cricketer. He is an India cricketer. He knows what is his problem. I expect him to know what is his problem. Now, he has the best coach in the house, that is Rohit Sharma. His relationship with Rohit Sharma has been brotherly. He looks up to Rohit Sharma, and now that Rohit Sharma is not part of the test setup, and Virat Kohli is there also. So they are not part of the test setup, but they are part of the ODI setup. And in Rohit Sharma, if Yashashi has developed any technical glitch, he has in Rohit the best coach in the house to iron out the flaw.
Absolutely. But I think on that note, we have discussed this match enough. We have had enough debates, and it's time to close the show. I'll go back to watching the Formula One race because tonight determines the world champion. It could very well be Lando Norris. He needs to finish in the top eight. He needs to finish in points. And right now he's at P5 and Verstappen is leading. So let's see what happens with this. Uh,
And Gargi, for me, it's strange, but it's a super Sunday really, in the
yeah.
sense that I got to see the quality batting from both Rohit and Virat, and to top it all, Manchester United won their game. I mean, it
Wow.
happens once. It happens once in a blue moon. And when they were going to sell her spark, I expected a hiding 3-0 or something like that, 3-0 or 3-1, something like that. But they won 2-1. I mean, strange things do happen, and Manchester United today have won. So this is people talk about Super Sundays, and this is probably the one.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Shomik and Debashish. We'll be back very soon. Thank you